boom, boom, ba. Boom, ba. My teeth good?
You gotta come over a little bit. Ah. Did you grind it out today? Did you? And today's gonna be a doozy of a topic.
No, it's not.
Hey, what's up? Hanging with the Joneses, episode number 43.
43.
43. I'm Rashad.
I'm Keisha.
We thank you guys for watching, listening on all these streaming services, and on the road to 500 on YouTube, trying to make sure that you guys actually subscribe. A lot of our people who watch aren't subscribers, so when you subscribe, it lets other people know that they got something going on over there. So
Ring the bell.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, ring my bell. Join all the things, Facebook, IG, especially YouTube, and yeah, so we can be in a discussion. We in the comments all the time, answering, trying to give thoughtful retort. Anyway, today, and I've been waiting to talk about this. To be honest, I don't be.
Which is surprising.
Yeah, because I don't be anticipating this topics.
Reality TV show.
Yeah, and it be like I said before, it's trash, and this is the epitome of trash, and I'm talking about Married at First Sight. A little backdrop on Married at First Sight. I've been vicariously watching this ever since the first season with Keisha, and
I love it.
I hate it's this show. Let me talk to you. I don't want to be like I'm talking to an invisible audience. I want this to be a conversation between us today and how trash. Yes, and how trash this is.
Okay, let's go history. If those who may not be familiar with Married at First Sight, it's an arranged marriage. So they use supposedly science. They have a pastor, they have a psychologist, a sociologist, and it's just the science was to put these two people together. Now, looking at the show, even though it's supposed to be the science of it, anyone who got sense, like it wasn't science behind this. Some of this was television because these couples.
It's all for television.
No,
they'll have maybe one or two couples that could be successful. The rest of them are usually hot flaming garbage.
So, which one are you referring to today?
Today, I mean, sure. Today is, of course, is Paige and Chris.
Yes.
So, if you have...
Is this the fastest divorce they ever had? I don't think they got off their honeymoon before they got talking about divorce.
It's up there. And the thing that really kind of upset me about it the most was the fact that they didn't really do... I feel like they said they did, but y'all didn't do no background work on this dude.
Honestly, because when I remember seeing the interviews, I was like, please don't pick him because he's not ready. And then see and he's being paired with someone. And then when he was he low key called her ugly.
No, he didn't low key call her ugly. He said, I'm not attracted to you.
Yeah, he said it nicely. And then he kept asking her questions like, oh, you on birth control? Like it was just super intrusive. And it's also questions that you can clearly tell he didn't like her. And I was just like, I felt so bad for her because it sounds like she's wife material. I don't know how to say it.
Nah, she wants to be married.
She wants to be, yeah, and she's willing to do anything to be married. And that's another thing. I'm like, I hope both of them get some counseling after this experience. So, bring you up to this point. Hope it's not spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen it, then watch it and tune back in. Chris and Paige, one of the couples up there, African-American couple. So, Chris recently, they just mind you, I say he didn't like her, but he continues to have sex with her. But they tell I'm really not attracted to you. So, but the thing, two questions. The pastor up there said, and I agree with, if you didn't like her, why are you having sex with her? Which all the men out there probably be saying because it's sex. But then with her, knowing that he don't like you, why you keep having sex with him? And probably insecurities, wanting to make somebody like them.
Maybe that thing will make you like me.
Yeah. Honestly, if in society, I would say perspective.
Yeah.
If you put it down in the bedroom, they'll fall in love with you.
Or just the whole notion of like, I'm a wife now. This is what I should be doing as a
You're
wife.
supposed to, right. So, and that's the perspective. I gotta. Do you get a sense like she's kind of old fashioned?
Yeah, there's a lot of and this kind of goes into the what I really want to talk about, and it's really talking about emotional manipulation.
So let me catch up. So at that point, he just disclosed that his fiance is his ex fiance is 6 weeks pregnant. Now he wants to leave his wife and go back to his ex fiance because that's his family now, and he always loved her.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the short version of everything.
Yeah, and because I mean, and let's just be honest, total honesty here. Also, because that's who he actually is attracted to. You know what I'm saying?
But did you see them? They really don't look too different.
They do, but there's a huge difference.
You think so? I didn't think they looked too
Yeah,
different.
and the huge difference is because she's light skinned.
Was she like?
Yes.
Oh.
That's the real difference. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he was like, and he said that too. He said,
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I could have sworn he said, I really don't be dating, like girls that look like you, which is really just code for you too dark for me.
But he was dark.
He's not dark.
He ain't light.
I'm just saying. I mean, again, if you know, talk about colorism, we got an episode way back talking about colorism. It's a thing.
Oh,
Anyway.
I didn't even think of that being but what he keeps saying, even at the wedding, I was like, it's so disrespectful. He kept saying, but her body's fine. She got a nice body. She got a nice body. And he kept sleeping with her. But the thing is, she kept allowing it to happen. One thing I can say is not good because I do feel like it's manipulation. He was manipulating her. But he did tell her, I ain't feeling you. But then 2 seconds later, and I know this is the thing of TV, so I don't know if it's 2 seconds or 2 minutes or 2 years. He was like, I like you. I love you. The way you pray for me, oh my gosh, I'm really, like, you really doing something for me. Then the next day was like, I got a baby on the way.
Like, yo, like.
It was really every other
I'm
day.
about to be out. I can't
No,
do
it
this no
was,
more.
I would never, you're my wife. I would never put anybody before you. The next day was, I'm thinking about getting back my ex-fiance. The next day I was never, like, it was back and forth. But her hearing that and knowing that she still continued to sleep with him unprotected. So then it was a fear that she was also pregnant, but she wasn't. But I would say for the woman part, my perspective is some low self-esteem because I don't think she even got offended when he said, I'm not your type. It felt like she has heard that before.
Slow tear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so sad to just watch this like thing unfold for them in real time. It's like you so involved in the process of this, you don't even see that this individual does not value you, does not really care about you. You are only to be honest, a repository for him. You know what I'm saying? That's really it. He just dumping on you, like literally and figuratively, and that's it.
And even throughout all of this, she still was like, "Well, if he wants to make it right, he can always come back." Like, no, you have to set some boundaries. And I'm screaming to the TV, like, put up some boundaries. What do you mean? You're allowing him to kind of go both ways and have his cake and eat it too. You're pretty much willing to let him do that.
Yeah. Because I like, as I was watching this, which I was like, yo, like, it was so many, this is frustrating to watch this, like, because she seems like a really good person. I feel like she had really good intent. Like, she was like, I'm going to this is different from me. I felt like this was way out of her comfort zone, and she tried to give it her 110%. And then
I think she's stereotypical, like back in the day, wife. What your perception of a wife?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a homemaker.
She won't even raise her boys.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna raise these kids. Like, yo, I feel like she has some real, like, late last century ideals in regards to how, husband, wife, nuclear family should look. And I mean, and that's what you want to do. Respect to you. But the thing that that is always comes at the expense of the woman in a situation is her emotions. And we've seen it generationally how women will sacrifice how they feel for a man. And then in this situation, the man low key was manipulating her the entire time just to make sure that he still can be able to what? Basically just to have sex.
And see, but even going back to that, I think it's something with women because even look at his ex. Why aren't they together? And also, during the process, you're not supposed to be in a relationship. So during the process of getting connected or being in this arranged marriage, he was sleeping with his ex.
Yeah.
So it sounds like that's not had to pass up there. You're supposed to refrain. And also, if you're looking for a wife or a husband,
yeah, you shouldn't. You should be kind of.
you shouldn't be connected to
focusing.
anybody.
Yeah, and yeah, again, how he was using how he was using what he knew she was about against her, and then using her emotions and then taking those things what he knew she wanted to hear. When she would get to the point of being done, he would say something, shift her whole entire mood. It's like once or twice. I'm like, yo, like fam, you don't see what's going on here. Like you don't see. You don't see.
Thing.
Like
that's
you don't see.
part.
You don't see him doing this. It's so clear. Maybe because we just watch on TV.
I clearly see.
But it's
right.
but the shift. You know what I'm saying? He would be. He'd be dribbling, hit it with the hesitation, come back, and she'd come back every time.
But even when he broke up with her, he then whispered in her ear, "I still can fall in love with you," and she's sitting there smiling. I'm like,
I was like, yo,
like you fell for that?
Like, yo, fam is done with you, and you still falling for game.
And I do. Times I look like that. I look at where's her parents. Who's the male figure? Who didn't treat her special that she thinks that this is what marriage looks like? Or because I know when they did the family, her family wasn't there.
Yeah, her family was not there. It was like her cousin and a friend or something.
Yes, I was like, when they have the meets with their family and she told his father that he's sleeping with me, but he's saying he doesn't like me, but yet she continued to sleep with him knowing that. Her family wasn't there, so I just wonder where's her family, and I hope we get a chance to see her family, and hopefully she has a strong support system. But I strongly recommend go to counseling because it's clearly some self-esteem issues, maybe on both of their parts.
Like self-respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But the way his father was on him, I was like, yo, his father don't play.
But it don't matter. He grown.
Yeah. But when he got in front of his father, he retreated to like he was a 5-year-old self.
Oh, yes, yeah. He saw acting like a little hoe in front of his daddy, but outside of that, no. he was but still his whole MO. Okay,
he's like, why you told my daddy?
His whole MO is like the child who is always doing wrong, but when they get caught, they want to play.
That's exactly what it's like.
You know what I'm saying? They really want to be like, oh, but I ain't really doing it.
It was like a damsel in distress situation.
Oh my God, yo, I can't believe. He try to flip it on them. Like, fam.
Remember Puss in Boots when he be doing the big eyes and looking
up? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely, yo. Like he was really on some like, you hurt my feelings type stuff. Like, get
did you see the interview? Here, and his mother was like, remember when they met with, and his mother's like, don't you hurt my baby. I'm looking like, you need to get this baby. This baby need to go back on the tick because he clearly ain't ready for solid food. He ain't ready.
Yeah. I was just wholeheartedly disappointed in just how they was up there. I mean, how he was up there really.
Yes.
I
felt bad for her.
How he positioned himself. He could have easily just
not did it.
Yeah, he could have went about this a whole entirely different way.
Was it for TV? No, was it for his 15 minutes of fame?
I hope not. Like, who?
But because you in the process, you were in a relationship with someone. You was a whole engaged to someone.
But my thing is this: even if it was just for TV, what was your end game here? Like, what was
money?
You so you
Notoriety.
oh my god, yo, like if that's the case, then I don't want it, yo. Like I would not want to sit here and really do somebody this dirty on TV just so I can be catapulted to some
And
sort
then
of
whisper in her
notoriety.
ear, and she like, but I really do hope and pray that her husband finds her, and her husband treats her right, and infidelity is not an issue, and thinks she's pretty and beautiful, and like not just her body but her
Wants to
face
be
and her spirit.
wants to be wanted.
Find her attractive. Y'all really hope he does. And if he has a girl, oh my gosh, I hope that girl's attractive.
Let's kind of shift into how this kind of happens all the time, though, because as a therapist, as the subject matter expert on this, talk about how somebody can be continually emotionally manipulated and they not recognize it, and then how do they kind of what are the steps to getting out of a situation like this?
What there's sometimes, especially I'm going for the woman perspective, may not recognize it because this is all they knew.
Okay.
Or always feeling insecure. I was never good then, better than. So when I get anything, I need to accept it because this might be the only time I get to experience this. Or just I did a group on the potential that this may be something, not that it's real, but that my hope and my just thinking that potentially this might be the person I really need to be. And also, I'm sure, when anyone using the show, when anybody talking about science and you was scientifically matched, that probably gives you a level of certainty, like, oh, we matched, so this is meant to be, which I still don't. I'll go back to, but even with that, I'm done making me believe that only God can put couples together. Science, it can't. If this is just your scientific match, it's off. Your barometer is way off. Like I saw things from my natural eyes, like, oh no, this is not good. But then going back to how do you get out, acknowledging it. You can't get out anything until you realize you're in the situation.
True.
If you don't realize you're in harm, you're not going to think you're in harm. You're going to sit there and chill. So first is to realize it. Then to realize that you have to do something different. That's probably going to be hard and fearful. Change it. Meaning she has to end that relationship and be okay. Not even though her body, her mind might feel like I'm letting go of potential or whatever, or this may never come again. You have to talk and do your self-talk. Like, okay, if this happened once, this happened again. I would get another spouse. I had other relationships in the past. Positive self-talk.
Yeah.
So I would say if I could just put a 1 and 2, 1 is to first you have to acknowledge it, and 2 is like you have to talk to yourself about and change your conversation.
Yeah, that's definitely true, and there has to be some sort of inclination inside of you that knows like I'm gonna be okay, even if I do this and it doesn't feel like it's the right thing to do, even though I know it's the right thing to do. I'm going to push forward and actually do it.
And I hope she watches this. If she watch our YouTube channel, but also watch herself on.
Oh God, I know that's gonna be hard.
But I feel like that's also a way of getting insight,
realizing what you're. Because this is my thing. My thing is always recognizing your patterns. Like you have to recognize what happens when you do certain things. How do you respond to it? What's the next thing you do? How do you react to that? How do you react to the people around you when you're dealing with a certain thing? Like that is like that. That's once you start to acknowledge and master your patterns, you then can begin to make new patterns.
Yeah.
And better thinking and better understanding of you when you're in certain situations.
And then going up to the sneak peek of the next season, they're yes. They're going to all sit down. She's going to sit down with his future baby mama, I guess.
Ain't no way in hell I would do
ex-fiance.
that. There's no way.
And I'm like,
why are you putting yourself through all this trauma?
It's not like you knew him that long to even put yourself through.
He don't even want to be with you no more. Why are we talking?
What's the reason? My gosh.
Again, that's what I'm saying. He just that emotional manipulation. He just playing both of these, trying to pit both of these women against each other.
And this is the scary part, though. Whether he's I believe it's a manipulation, but I believe it's coming from a different place. I think if it's the root of it may be abandonment, never feeling secure.
I don't care where it came from. The fact that you're still doing it is ridiculous.
You having a child. You just hope and pray that someone else to do that to your child.
Nah, it's you already know. Some people don't understand it until they have to go through it. And
then you ask, and this, how we say, quote unquote, generational curses. This is kind of how things turn. No, you got a child that's in a situation like what happened.
It's not even a curse. It's just generational stupidity. Like you're not even like, and the fact that even like your parents don't really see this because they're so emotionally attached to it being your child. Because like,
and they was going hard on her.
Mom was going so hard for her son.
And I'm like, do you see your son?
Dad was trying to acquiesce at the end. He's like, oh shoot, okay.
I feel like Dad was kind of taking up for her. I think Dad, when she mentioned the sex thing, he went at his sons like, yo, like if you don't like her, stop having sex with her.
Because that wasn't because for me it had nothing to do with him. It had much to do with a reflection of Dad and how Dad raised him. That's why he got upset. You feel what I'm saying? That again talks about manhood and masculinity and how
and spirituality.
I was about to get to that. Like I'm not even So here's the thing.
Oh my gosh.
She
prayed
Jeanette
for
Jones.
me. I was in love with her.
Trikisha. I don't even call it Trikisha. Trikisha. Do you understand the fact that we tend to use, I mean the church as a whole, we use spirituality as a crutch. We use our religion as a crutch.
Also mental health.
Okay, but I'm just talking about I'm just talking about religiosity right now. We use religion as a crutch when we don't understand something, or we need an excuse to get out of something. And him and them trying to use God as a scapegoat here, or trying to like hide behind God in the situation when you did the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's so false. And two, of course, we know if you ask for forgiveness, God is able and willing to forgive.
But you can't do it the next second.
But you can't be out here not having true repentance. Okay, so again, we talking about church stuff, right? If I repent from a thing, what does that mean?
Repent is you're supposed to turn from your way and not do that thing again.
Yeah. The Jewish people call it teshuvah. It means turning away. So like if I keep on going back to that, what am I?
A backslider?
No, that or
you're not really repenting.
No.
It's like finish doing the thing you like first, then come back and say you're sorry.
I'm about to hit that tonight again, even though I hate her. Hey God, I am so sorry for having the great sex again. I don't like
but
her.
I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
But I'm married though. I'm married, God. I'm gonna hit it again. Even though I'm gonna tell her that she's ugly and I don't want to be with her. And my ex-fiance is having my actual child.
And how about the anger issues? Wait, go back. Okay, anger issues. But then he also said, was that him that he said he didn't want to have any children? Was that him?
I don't know.
I can't remember. But even then, let's go back to the anger issues. I'm like, why you let them paint you as angry black man?
Nah, he's not. But he's not even angry black man. He's petulant black child.
Yeah, but I feel like the way the show is framed,
because that's the easiest way to frame it,
right?
But he has outbursts like
a kid,
like my teenagers in high school do. You know what I'm saying?
Arrested Development.
Like I teach ninth graders. Like my ninth graders do. Like fam, like why you yelling like a stupid? Like you gotta calm down.
No emotional intelligence. But the way the TV show is gonna, I don't like it's gonna make it come across as angry black man.
Yeah, it gets propagated as, we all angry, we don't get our way. You know what I'm saying? Stuff don't go our way. Which is really just human nature in general. But I get what you're saying. And to be honest, I don't even care about that right now. Like
I do.
My concern is how he comes across looking as, if you want to make this about black people today, it comes across as just another black man trying to play black women because they don't have the emotional integrity to actually do the right thing.
Or intelligence.
And intelligence, too. That's the part that really was like, fam, like you trying to go through this whole... So basically, Keisha, he lied through the whole process.
He did. But well, let's go back to emotional intelligence. That's why you see the tantrums. That's why you see the angry black man, because he doesn't have the emotional intelligence to
And
articulate.
this goes back to the point that's why I'm saying they just doing this for TV, because somebody through that process can easily see through that translucent veneer of I'm an upstanding dude. That's not hard to see
and
through.
And sometimes I go both ways. I'm like, because what you showing me, it
Keisha.
doesn't show that this person should be an option.
Keisha.
So I don't know if you putting the story together because
Keisha.
after it came out, or this is
Keisha.
really it.
He was trash before we knew he had a.
But I'm saying the behind the scenes, the producers, director.
That's what I'm saying.
Is this
It's
a
for
story on
TV.
you created,
Nah,
or was he really this?
No, he was trash.
You know what I mean?
Come on, just like the earliest, like when the first season with the dude who was basically abusive.
That wasn't the first season.
That's one of the earlier seasons.
Yeah,
that was like the second or third
and
season.
the wife had to get a protective order.
So like, come on, like how y'all not vetting these people out? It probably would have.
Well, you passed the STD test.
Keisha, like all it would have took was a quick social media search, and he could have found out that dude was just
right, because it was on social media
in the whole nine.
Well, how did social media find it? Social media was like, wait,
y'all not doing no work. I mean, it don't like because people like them. And shoot, really, people like us, like it's no real secret. So if I want to post something about my life, I'm gonna post something. If I've been in a relationship for a long term, there's gonna be evidence somewhere.
But they record when he proposed, and that was
That's
the short.
what I'm saying.
No,
they did not do any vetting at all.
How did Cameron from the back was like, hold up, nope, he was in game, and the whole production missed that.
Because they doing this for TV.
I do honestly believe.
Some producer, somebody knows that fan was.
But 2 seasons ago, when the psychiatrist ran off on one of the contestants.
Keisha.
The psychiatrist on the show ran off with the contestant that was married to. Oh my God. So I do some point of it. I'm like, it's getting more and more ridiculous. I was like, this has to be for TV. But the hard part is these are these people's lives.
These are real people, yo.
These are the people. These aren't like famous people, or not to say they should get it too, but
just regular
this is people who are looking for
regular jobs. People like
really looking for
people
love.
Are nurses and doctors and teachers and principals, and have like actual positions in places where
they're really looking for love.
Well, and what'll happen if they come off looking crazy on TV, then they ain't got no job because they have
that has happened.
Yes, because they have broken a clause in their contract at their real job.
Or you just look so bad, or you're saying so much negative stuff. It's like you can't represent us again.
You're out of here, bub. Bye.
So to wrap it up. Women, I'm gonna say men, women and men. Shut up. Men. If someone is using you, if that person is literally telling you, and that's what he's literally telling her, I'm not attracted to you. I really don't see us going far. And then tomorrow he has a different story. Run. You're dating potential. Run, leave.
Not run.
Don't. It's no investment in that. It's not like Bitcoin. Like if I put $1 in, tomorrow I'll be a millionaire. No, leave.
Also, stop using God as your excuse.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like I don't care if you're a Christian or whatever religion you are. Stop using.
Oh, that's a whole nother one.
Stop using God as an excuse for
making him look bad.
Yeah, yo. Like
or just people who worship God. Like, this is why.
Stop using God as an excuse for stuff, yo.
Because that wasn't God when you kept hitting it over and over again.
Like, God wasn't trying to have
that was the opposite.
Emotionally manipulate this. I don't even say it. This poor young lady.
That's lust.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So sad. I really does hope she gets the full help that she needs to really begin to articulate in her own self who she is, what she went through, and who she really wants to be as a person.
And I don't think she should date until she go counseling and build her self-esteem.
Dating, man, I'm just talking about she needs.
Because you know what's gonna be next. She's gonna be on some spin-off show of looking for her husband.
I hope to God not.
But that's what I'm saying. I hope she does not go on this journey. She needs counseling first before even looking for us. But like I always recommend, date yourself.
We gotta stop.
All right.
Yeah, so like, share, subscribe, man. Comment
Married at
below.
First Sight.
If you have stuck around this long, we love you the most. I'm just being honest. Because 30 minutes of anything, I'm like, I feel like I engaged y'all the whole time today. Yeah, y'all getting y'all free content's worth. Anyway, WandaVision review up. Me and Des saw that. Last episode is on Friday. We'll be reviewing that on Friday as well. That's really it, man. I'm done. I feel emotionally exhausted right now.
Just like my married at first sight.
Yes, man. Like, and I didn't even feel like talking before this, and I really said a whole lot. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing week. Make sure you reach us, contact us, hit us up. You want to talk about stuff, let us know. Either way, we will see you next time.
See you later.